Hey guys, AJYT Abbott here, and welcome to my movie review for Scoob. Now, if you have not seen Scoob yet, this review will contain spoilers. I am a massive Scooby-Doo fan, and I have a deep connection with it. Pretty much not to get all sad and everything, but about 2 or 3 years ago, I had a dog. His name was Scooby. And I named him that because I loved Scooby-Doo as a kid. Still do. And, you know, he got cancer. And, he wasn't lasting long, is my point. So, we had to put him down. It was a sad day. Thank God I had so many memories with him. And I always, when I watched Scoob, when it first came out, I pre-ordered it. We'll get into that later. But when I watched it, I just resonate a lot with my dog and you know, memories from that. So, alright, all that aside, let's get into the review. Now, this is my most anticipated movie of this year. Now, granted, I did make a video where it said that Godzilla vs. Kong was my most anticipated, but that was before we got the crystal clear announcement that we were getting a Scoob movie. Of course, half the movies on that list now have been delayed or just not even given a release date. I should do an updated one, because I do have a few more to add on there, like Candyman, and Tenet. But, anyway, Scoob. I friggin' loved it. There's a lot of bad reviews on the internet right now, and I'm going to do a separate video on that. Probably a movie discussion. Possibly tomorrow. 'Cause I can't even keep the damn 19 days of coronavirus movie recommendations straight. I just can't commit to a series right now, which is why that movie's on hold, that's on hold. Really the only thing I can keep doing are these and trailer reactions, and, you know, with the virus, there aren't a lot of trailers to watch. I heard Venom 2, I mean, we keep hearing Venom 2 is going to have a trailer soon, but I don't know, I keep downing it. But Scoob was great, and we're going to have a discussion about all the hate surrounding it, and, you know, it really does make me sad because of my personal connection with it, but if someone doesn't like it, they don't have to like it. Everyone has their own opinions about movies. Like me, first started watching Star Wars, hated it. Well, I didn't even watch it. I hated Star Wars, hadn't even watched them, love it. So, I completely understand. Looking back, I was mad at people for giving me hate for hating Star Wars. Once I watched them, loved them, I was like, man, I was an asshole. So, but with Scoob, it is a really good film. People are saying that's a bit too childish, which I don't understand, because it's a kid's movie, and I give hate for, like, trolls and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's just guilty pleasure. Scoob is pretty much my guilty pleasure for this year so far. A lot of people hate it, but, you know, I have that connection, so I really like it. Honestly, if it was really bad, you guys would have probably never seen this video, because I would have been cussing within, like, the first 5 seconds because of how pissed I would be. But it turned out to be good. Characters were fantastically done. The story, pretty much, Scooby and Shaggy, their relationship, their friendship hits a bit of a turn because of the whole Blue Falcon thing, and it turns out I kind of figured this, but Blue Falcon isn't actually a Blue Falcon. He is actually Blue Falcon's son, who isn't even that brave. But he gets his moments in there and finally redeems himself and stops being a coward near the end, so that was good. Dynamite was cool. I always did like Dynamite whenever they did a crossover with Blue Falcon. Dee Dee was cool. I mean, she doesn't have a whole lot. They don't give her a whole lot to do in the film. She's pretty much just that sidekick person, that background character, where if you need a bit of a break from, you know, Shaggy and Scooby's joke, she'll, you know, be like, oh, I found the skulls and everything. Dick Dastardly was cool as the villain. And Muttley, as little as he was in it, really good, especially the laugh and stuff. I wonder if they got the original. No, I don't even think they got the original voice actor for Muttley. But man, that was a good Muttley impression with the laugh. I can't do it. I can't do it. He laughs very specifically, and I can't get that laugh down right. But it was great. Will Forte as Shaggy. I didn't know if I was gonna like it because of Shaggy's voice. And I'm here to say, while it's not perfect, and I am bummed that Matthew Lillard did not get to do it. Of course, he's the guy. He's the guy that played. He's been playing. Oh my gosh, wow. He's been Shaggy for a long ass time, and it's kind of sad that he didn't get to be in on this. That's probably my only complaint. But I mean, Will Forte did a good job. Zac Efron did good as Fred. I just wish that they didn't all have to be celebrity voice actors, that we could have just, you know, given a little bit more recognition to the original show. But they do that in the film. They do an homage to the original show opening, the cartoon opening, and it was fantastic and made me cry. There are moments in this where if you are a diehard Scooby-Doo fan, you are going to cry. There is a moment where Scooby has to take off his collar, and Shaggy is friggin' heartbroken, man. And it's really sad, and it got me cry. And I'm actually getting teary-eyed talking about it. Jeez. And then near the end, they do a twist thing where Shaggy has to stay inside of this portal that Dick Dastardly, the underworld, that he has to stay in the underworld that Dick Dastardly opened up. And yeah, to close it, one of them has to stay inside the underworld. Shaggy says he will, but then it turns out, you know, there's a way out of the underworld for him. So Shaggy gets reunited. But man, that was great, and just the beginning when Scooby and Shaggy meet, it is fantastically done because you see Shaggy is like a lonely kid. I mean, I don't know why his parents would just send him off into the beach somewhere. Well, he did say he was with friends, that's right. But he meets Scooby, and that was really great, the way they did it. They share a sandwich, and then they do the thing with the cop where, you know, yeah, Scooby, Dooby-Doo, and he names him and gives him a collar. And then that's when Scoob's like, I'll never take it off. But then, you know, you have to get that where Scoob takes it off. I went through hell and back to get this movie, honestly. Because YouTube is not very good with pre-orders. They already did this to me once when I pre-ordered Jojo Rabbit. And then with an email saying, we're having trouble processing your payment for your pre-order of Scoob. And the pre-order's been canceled. And if you want to have it again, if you want it, you have to purchase it again, which is bull crap. Because I had to spend $50 on this movie then. It sucked. It really did. And I was upset over it. But, you know, it turned out being worth it. Because Scoob is my favorite movie of 2020 right now. And I know that is a big stretch because I'm in the hype of it. And I promise before I do the big ranking, I don't even know if it'll be that big, to be honest, because we only have about 30 movies on there right now. Not even that, like 23 I think I've watched, but we ended up getting Scoob anyway. Early access, of course, because of the virus. You can see I have The Witch and Practical Joker's the movie on there. By the way, I might do a review on The Witch. I mean, it's 2016, but I just did get to watch it a few weeks ago, so. But it's A24. But Scoob is my favorite movie of 2020, and it's hard to say because, you know, in the hype, like I said, it's kind of like I did last year with Joker and Endgame. I was in the hype of Endgame, I made that #1, and then turns out it wasn't #1, it was #2, and then Joker got #1, and then I went back and forth between Joker and Endgame until the ranking, and decided that Joker was the definitive movie of that year. And, you know, I've still changed that ranking up. That ranking has changed since that video. Joker is still #1, but some of the top 10 has changed. Jojo Rabbit's risen up. Parasite's in there. There's a few movies that have risen up into that territory, but anyway, Scoob. I don't know. I should watch. I'm gonna watch it before the end of the year, before I do the ranking, and compare it with the other movie that I have at number 2 right now, which is 1917. And I know people say 1917 is 2019. I don't consider it 2019 because the wide release 2020 considerably. So it's a 2020 film in my opinion. I don't know. People are gonna disagree with me on that. But if you just take away 1917, then second place is Impractical Jokers the movie, and I wouldn't mind watching that film again. But yeah. Anyway, it made me cry a few times. The music was great. I actually really liked the music. That was a good part of it. The story is fantastic. Just little callbacks to the other, the different shows. Is really funny. I'm not too much into the mention of modern things, because last time I checked, Netflix and all that did not exist in the Scoob universe. It's all good at the end of the day. I really wish Captain Caveman got more time. He was voiced by Tracy Morgan, which is pretty cool, but he should have got more time, man. I thought he was gonna be a little bit of a larger part, but no. Unfortunately not. But hey guys, that was my review of Scoob. I give it a 10 out of 10, honestly. It could drop to a 9, because I honestly couldn't tell a 10 out of 10 movie is right now. But let me know what your rating is for Scoob. Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching.